Hello, everyone. Although there was a lot of talk that he might be leaving Tesla in the next 2 or 3 years, he has now agreed to stay on as CEO for the next 10 years. He had said that once the Model S or Model 3 was finished and running, he might not stay at the company at all, at least as CEO. However, Tesla is now announcing a radical new compensation plan that could be the most radical compensation plan in history. The executive will not receive any guaranteed compensation at all, including salary or cash bonuses. Equity, he only gets equity that vests over time, but only if he reaches these hurdle rates, which are, dare I say, crazy. So right now, the company's worth $59 billion. They run at $50 billion increments. So if he gets the company to a $100 billion, you're just talking market capitalization, not based on revenue, not based on the number of production. There's going to be two metrics at each step. So the first step is he has to get the company to $100 billion and reach these operational and adjusted EA and revenue number. If he doesn't get either of them, he gets nothing. That's kind of a weird way to break it down based on market cap. If he gets to 150 and has to hit the operational numbers, the market can be irrational at each 50, can't control that at each $50 billion number he collects 1% of the company. If somehow magically he would get the company to $650 billion, which is literally what the plan calls for. If you could believe this, he would collect the equivalent of about $55 billion in compensation. Otherwise, he gets absolutely what if you get it to $650 billion, and then it immediately collapses to $500 billion. The shares vest, but then he has to hold the shares for 5 years for at each rate you still get it right at the even if market capitalization is the weirdest thing I've ever it's impossible to game, because even if you were to get the company and the market cap to $100 billion, you then have to, by the way, hit the operational numbers on top of it. It's a one you have to get both. And then you have to hold the shares for 5 years. Have you been working all the time these past days? I guess you already know that you are not alone, but if we told you the person who made Tesla, the man who planned the Mars missions, is working hard not for money, but for something much more important. In this video, we look into the mystery of how much Elon makes and reveal the shocking truth about his radical new compensation plan, which could change the game forever. Look into the effects of a possible new pay package and explore the world of the long-awaited Roadster. But be careful. The road ahead is full of turns and the stakes are higher than ever. Buckle up, Tesla fans, because we're going on an exciting journey through the unknown. A lot of people are interested in Elon Musk's compensation, the Roadster resurgence, and the future of Tesla. Before we go any further, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to Tesla Stock News. Now, let's get started. There's been a lot of talk about Elon Musk's compensation, or rather the lack of it. Elon Musk, who is the driving force behind Tesla, currently doesn't get paid a salary. His wealth is closely tied to his Tesla holdings, ranging from 133% to 20% depending on whether you look at his stock or also include the options he holds. When Tesla does well, Elon Musk does well, but he doesn't have any more compensation milestones to reach. He's already reached the top. This has been the case for almost a year, as reported in a February 2023 article. Elon hasn't had a cash salary since 2019, when he got the minimum pay of $23,750 set by California's law. Also, the 2012 options he was given expired last year after he used 9 of the 10 possible alternative blocks. It was announced just last month that Musk had gotten the last remaining block of options under a more lucrative 2018 pay package. This means that Elon hasn't made any money this year, no matter how well Tesla does. It's interesting to note that Elon Musk owns an amazing 412 million Tesla shares and has the option to buy an extra 34 million at a surprisingly low price of $23.34 per share. This article was written when Tesla's stock was trading at about $128 per share, which isn't too far off from what it's worth now. Not least, this is Dan IES from Redbush Securities. A lot of people on this channel have said that I should expect a big pay deal from Musk. Musk is the most important person in Tesla and a big reason why the stock is so expensive. IES stressed how important it was for the board to send a reassuring message to the market about Musk's commitment as Tesla's CEO for the foreseeable future. Musk's insights show how important Elon is to Tesla's journey and his upcoming pay package could strengthen his position and boost investors' confidence. Elon Musk isn't just a worker at Tesla. He's the company's founder and leader. There isn't a present incentive pay plan in place for him. Some people say that no other Tesla CEO would do as well as Musk. One idea is to give Musk a big, audacious goal, like making 10,000 bots and getting Tesla's market cap to match that of Saudi Aramco, along with a promise to use the money from the sale to fund big projects that will help people, like making AI and automation better and sending more starships into space to make our presence there bigger. We're not talking about expensive mansions or yachts. We're talking about Elon Musk showing what he can do with more money. The question is, what would Elon do with more money, and what has he hinted at? Elon Musk has made it very clear that if he were to leave Tesla today, the company would still do well whether he was in charge or someone else was. It's not likely to have a big effect on the stock's performance. At this point, it seems like he's not motivated by money to make the right decisions or move the company forward. It's more about keeping up an air of grace and graciousness. This could be the reason why we've seen a more gloomy Elon Musk hasn't tried to hide the company's performance in recent earnings calls. This is in contrast to leaders like Tim Cook at Apple, who is good at comforting investors even when things are going badly. Apple has had 4 quarters of declining sales, but investors still have faith in the company, and its stock is still near all-time highs. Elon Musk, on the other hand, doesn't have any of these incentives, so he says what he thinks without any filters. However, a well-designed incentive package for Elon could be beneficial. It could encourage him to speed up projects like the Roadster, the Cybertruck, and other ideas, which could lead to faster progress. This is not a single view. Talks about Elon's new pay package have been going around and gaining steam over the past few days. If such a package comes together, it could get Tesla stock investors very excited. Elon stands to gain a lot if Tesla becomes the world's most valuable company or achieves a $2 trillion or $3 trillion market cap, which gives the company a clear direction and motivation. It's also worth noting that the Roadster, which was originally planned to come out in 2020, is now inspiring hope. Reports say that top technicians have been training for the new Roadster, which could mean that it will be released in early Q2, even though there is no solid proof of this. However, the Roadster might hit the market, which could be very good for Tesla and its owners. Before the Roadster even came out, Tesla took $250 million in orders. When Elon Musk was on a Twitter Space call on May 28, 2023, he said that the Roadster would finally be released by the end of 2024. Although there have been delays in the past, the horizon looks good for Tesla and its fans. If Tesla can get the Roadster out as soon as possible, it could be a game changer for Tesla stock. The Roadster isn't your average sports car. It's more like the Lamborghini of the Tesla lineup. It's the high-end, top-tier sports car segment, which is something Tesla hasn't done before. With trucks, SUVs, and sedans already in their lineup, adding an official sports car would help them reach a wider audience while also giving them a new product. Especially one as exciting as the Roadster would be a great way to attract new customers, bring Tesla's customer base back to life. Many Tesla owners have enjoyed the Model 3 and Model Y, but there's a strong desire for something new and exciting. Even for those who can't afford the Roadster, the idea of a new product is appealing. Ideally, the Roadster should have high profit margins and be relatively easy to put together, especially when compared to how complicated it is to build the Cybertruck. The Roadster should be